Good for protecting your privates. Not for the faint, Chopper. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Fired up. It was harder than expected to take down the Fluff Hulk. They've received news a Ronin joined the tribe's ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of Jagni warriors are already waiting for you at Myriad's Vespidut outpost. You should hurry there and help them storm the outpost. Not really. It's east of Bricktown. You can spot Goop's Surf Nautica station from the hill it resides on. Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning. Look, an emergency box from the old days. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Now that's a flesh wound. That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. This won't be a field trip. It's the real thing. A flush. Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. Just a few moves left. Make them count. you need to unturn the pipe tighteners to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. This corner of the world is called Bricktown. Let's see. There are tough times ahead. Never thought I'd see a clothes soaker from the long gone again. It's an up cleaner of unwash, the clean-cut way to unstain garb. You need to get just a few moves left. Make them count. You really put a spin on it. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. This one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you only follow your own personal code and is worried you've lost your respect for life. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only... Seems happy, but surprised you chose to turn this disaster into a blessing.
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous!
I've got all the cold sick burns you need, Dark.
Oh, do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to, but I want to.
That's a Myriad tribe outpost. Bang, bang. Running low. Hard to see too far in the darkness. Getting jacked. That's a Myriad tribe outpost. You're low on health. Got what he deserved. Blasting everything to bits. Personal. Down to half your health. Give yourself a bit more time. You're onto something. Stay away from that biohazard. You'll want to wash yourself off for a month. The Vespidut outpost, long-time home of the Myriad tribe. you can spy the edge of a new day. Let's see. Says you need to hit them where it hurts, inflict as much suffering as possible, and make it clear your tribe is a terror to their existence. Clearly, you haven't come here to waste time. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. That hit the spot. Wrecked it. Give those twirly wheels a turn. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Yes, the river tub's going down the drain. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. Says they've been treated fair, but is glad to see you. Hopes you'll treat the rivals with the same respect they treated them. Grateful that you're willing to move past this like them. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it. Kaboom! You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Paro.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Says you're lucky to have the honor. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Jagni tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. Your positive outlook on life might be just what the Jagni tribe needs to complement theirs, which is somewhat darker. But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porcupine needs to be handled. He says the time has come to confront the Porcupine at the end of the East Route.
Evunkutu
Goop is working on making his goo glide strong enough to break the waves out to the World Eater.
Auketo tul atu iamangau.
You should get over there and see what you can do to help. Every day, everything seems like it happens at once. Great weapons start with great materials. There are places up ahead far worse than this. Complains that it's hard living in a world where everything's falling apart. If it wasn't for the work of Pebble, lots of parts of the world would be cut off. No one builds climby racks like him. Figures if you look in hard-to-reach places, he might be there. Thinks Pebble doesn't spend much time in level lands. To find him, you should look for steep places. Maybe he can show you some new paths he built. Thinks you'd be as much a legend as him then. The vendor says you can browse his goods anytime during opening hours. Hopes you're selling too. They're always looking to replenish their store. Fine time to be outside. Offers you extraordinary prices for extraordinary things. Sees your says that lying here in the sun isn't a bad way to wait for the end. It's warm. Claims there's a machine out there that can turn sunshine into go juice. If you can find it and fix it up, you can juice your gear all day long. Says you should start with sunny spots, right? Says they're not sure where the solar mirror is, but they'd look for it someplace sunny. Get that solar mirror fixed up, and you'll have all the go juice you can make. Right up until the sun burns out, that is. Hopes you get that solar mirror soon. Says it's hard to worry all the time about the Lupin devouring the world. Maybe a ring-dinger would take the edge off. Sadly, they can't get it themselves. But you could do it easy. Figures it can't be too far. They've heard it dinging around. Heard the ring-dinger dinging a while back. Probably hasn't moved too far. You can ring anyone you like then, right? Thinks you'd be a great dinger. That's a gnote. Easy prey for Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. A pip bush that's nom-nom for the gnotes. Treasure this part of the land while you can. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the work, or they're heroes to no one. Let's see.
Lango, aje tawa, manlo bitne, laisate manutultua.
Gulpo ain't the easiest tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days.
Tu sabe,
Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim.
bitne okitik, kantua le,
Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance.
kantua le,
Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was.
kantua le, tete,
He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind.
Lamdi ots na o.
Goop says our memory keeps things for us and protects them until we are ready to face them again.
Yango.
He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years.
Mukan.
He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child.
Tirami.
Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it.
Chaida.
He understands why you seek revenge, but he doesn't think you realize how that'll make you feel once you claimed it.
See? On my side. Go, Dark, go.
First instincts can be truly awful.
The fun thing is always the right thing.
Next time, look at it with a clear heart.
Darkly dark, dark.
Katani o nyana.
Says life on the goo is wide open. You have so many choices of where to go. Some harder than others, of course. Which kind do you like? Hit the open surf, then. The trouble is you can only rely on yourself, at least until you reach a new shore and make new friends.
Vishni okitik.
Figures the world is a goner. Even the goo will go gone.
Chaida. Vishni okitik.
Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf.
Manutai baradrade.
Wonders why you're flapping around with the Jagni. They spend too much time nesting to do anything fun.
Yukia.
Figures you must have met different Jagni than he has.
Katani o nyana.
But hey, back to the goo.
Tirami. Awali. Itako.
Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now.
Daikeza. Mukan bali. Laisate manu.
He can't leave the Subnautica station as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit, so you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside.
Mukan bali. Sisa tiarianu.
You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. You're lucky that way. There's still cargo left on the shores from before the apocalypse. His best guess is a tower tanker hit a reef and went under. Did you just see a fish flop by? Everyone loves a good hat. You already missed the sky, don't you? Odd things lurk in the darkest parts of the underworld. Hard to believe this is all here. You're cut off from the world above. Your balance is perfect. Poke 'em. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That hurt 'em. Make sure you don't walk off a cliff while you're night blind. Stuffed. Scrapalicious. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. There are things out there waiting for you.
Mukam. Saluya. Awali wanapta patko mukam.
He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out.
Kawaida. Laisate manu.
There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. You just need to find the right spots.
Tirami tenko.
Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position.
Irakia Taku.
The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float.
Daikeza.
This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks.
Rapikit mavaniko. Daikeza.
He only knows what's visible to the naked eye. Gulp is not much of a babbler and mostly keeps to himself and his drink. Welcome to the surf archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo. You have a chance to change the future for good or bad. Sometimes your mind creates an illusion where it's possible to go back in time to relive a moment in your life. We all have things in our past we wish hadn't happened, and can come to remember seeing and doing things that never happened. However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different. Choose the automaton functionality you want to recall. You weren't supposed to know how to start the automaton pew-pew pang, but clearly you figured that out way back then. That's a resource totem. A monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Yes, some e-waste for you. You're poking around Pokbur, a prime village. This might be the end of everything as we know it. Let's see. Says the Sifu has ordered a cleansing fire to make room for something new and better to rise from the ashes. Your orders are to wait for night to fall before you act. Setting the village on fire will send a message to your rivals. That'll turn heads. The crop is scarce and dry ever since the plague started haunting the land, so a touch of a torch should be enough to start the fire. The tribe believes you have to burn some things to the ground to make room for something new and better. You shouldn't concern yourself or worry about the things you're told to do. The way of the tribe is unquestionable, as is the word of the Sifu. You've been instructed to use force if you meet resistance. Sometimes you need more than words to get your message across. You shouldn't be too eager. It's only through discipline that you'll be able to return this land to virgin ground and start anew.
Take that light!
Really, you ought to use your head instead of your gut.
See? The darkness lets you get away with anything.
Just remember, you can always find light in the dark.
Dark? When you already know you're right.
If we take the tree's health for... Make that one dead. The day can't come soon enough. Who could stand against that? dented that one good. And so the tribe's quest for a new world continues. Tonight's ashes will become tomorrow's wood. Your job here is done. You have time to talk until you've given new orders. Has plenty to do, so no worries.